This is a brief video on how to change the oil in a BMW rear differential. This one is an XDRIVE, all-wheel drive, but many BMWs will also look like this. Here's that rear differential between the back wheels. Note that it only has one plug. There is no drain plug. The standard BMW drain plug pretty much everywhere on the car uses a 14mm Allen wrench. Because there's no drain plug, you obviously need a pump to get the oil out. This is the one I bought. As best I can tell, all of these common pumps come with one, two, or in my case, three straight tubes. Straight is a problem. The tip of the tube can't get anywhere near the bottom of the oil. So I tried bending the tube and holding it in place with a zip tie. You can see here how well that worked. Yeah, that's a fail. Next, I used a lighter to soften the tube and bend it into a 90-degree angle. It took a bit of maneuvering to get that to go into the differential, but once inside, it did reach the bottom of the oil. These tubes function like a huge syringe, so you just pull back and the oil ends up in the tube. I always bring along a clean bottle for jobs like this to save the old oil just in case something goes very wrong. In this case, it also shows you how very dirty it was. That oil has about 60,000 miles on it. Here's the Liqui-Moly oil I got from FCP Euro. This packaging has an extendable tube that allows you to pump the oil a bit uphill like this. But frankly, I like the packaging from another company that's really much more like a plastic pouch, a whole lot easier to squeeze than this, and takes a lot less effort. But this worked. Differentials like this are designed to be filled until they overflow at the fill port. You can test the oil level by extending a finger in, pointing it a little bit upward, bend it down until it touches the oil, and then you know. The gaskets are permanently mounted into these plugs, so for $8 for a new plug, always replace them. The rest of this video is just a conversation I had with a mechanic in this self-help shop I use who came up to see how things were going and then had a few interesting things to say about maintaining BMWs. The video is over really at this point, so feel free to leave if you like.
By the way, you know, you're the only guy that comes in here that has one of these that understands that they're nice cars. They drive good. They're great. They require specific maintenance. And if you do the specific maintenance, good car. Like, don't, piece of shit. You're the only one that gets that with the BMW that comes in here.
Well, I researched that before I bought it because they got a horrible reputation.
Yeah.
And the thing I learned is that BMW does not have a service schedule for this stuff. They expect the computer to tell you, or they say lifetime, no plug.
Yeah.
Which is nonsense.
Yeah,
you know.
What they mean is lifetime of the warranty. And then when the warranty's up,
I wish you were not correct.
Yeah, like that's. I try to tell her
Well,
nowadays. Like my wife got a Subaru, and she knows I hate working on my own car and hers especially.
Right.
After doing this all day, so she gets this brand new Subaru. And she's reading through her literature at night. She's like all excited. Babe, guess what? I only have to do oil changes every year, 12 months or 12,000 miles. And I'm like, the fuck you do? And then she's like, no, it says right here in the manual. I'm like, no, it says right here in the manual, only 12,000 mile oil changes to sell you the car, and it'll make it out of warranty guaranteed. Right. But we replace Subaru motors like toilet paper. And I'm like, they're bad when you change them to 3,000. So it's like, I will be taking your car every 3,000.
And it's really expensive. This one job back here is $400.
Oh yeah.
Now it's a $40 bottle that goes in there. I just replaced the spark plug. That was a $650 job. And they wanted $30 a plug. I did $12 a plug for the same one. But they wanted $650 all in.
Oh yeah. I took my Camaro because it has IRS for the rear end, and then but it's got to be a fancy one because it's 650 horsepower, so it's got clutch packs in there, and you have to use Chevy fluid. So this Chevy fluid grant cost me $100, but Chevy wanted to fuck $1,000 to change the diff fluid. And what you're doing is twice as hard as it was to change mine. Mine has a fucking drain plug. And so I was like, bro, that's like 15 minutes.
And if I have time, I'm going to look at the transfer case, because apparently you have to remove it to drain it. You have to remove it, hold it upside down, and drain it.
That's nuts.
I'm thinking, can I drill a hole in the bottom?
Yeah, get a little tap.
Tap it. Yeah, you know.